Hey guys, today I wanted to talk to you about how I go about teaching a horse to willingly stand at the mounting block. This is Finnick. We have worked on this several times before, but I just wanted to show you my process. There are tons of different ways to teach this at Liberty using clicker training, but this is just how I'm doing it. So, he is actually really good about standing with his offside towards me, and so he's doing this really easily. But later in the video, you will see me trying to get him to turn the other direction, which becomes a little bit more challenging and something for me to work through. So basically, what I have done is I have used a target to lead him to where I want him to stand at the block, and then I'm just kind of rubbing on him and scratching him and then clicking and reinforcing with food every couple of seconds. And he shifts back and forth a couple times, and that's okay. You can see me here with the target. What I'm doing with the target here is I'm leading his nose around to try and get him to turn around. And this is where things start to fall apart just a little bit. You can see he actually wants to turn back around. And I'm still reinforcing that because I want him standing at the mounting block anywhere near me to be a positive thing. And I'm gonna try again right here. I'm trying to use the target to lead his nose around, and he's getting a little confused and frustrated and just circling around. And there he kind of figured it out. And I'm just letting him figure this out, especially with young horses. The process of them struggling and then figuring it out and then ultimately being rewarded is something that helps them learn, and it makes it more fun for them too. So he's kind of in place here, so I'm giving him some scratches and just reinforcing every couple of seconds. I'm not sure if you can hear my clicker or not. It was pretty windy. And then he's decided to turn back around. So I get him straightened back out. And what I'm trying to do is get him close enough that I can feed him on the opposite side, because when they turn their neck away from you, it typically causes them to swing their haunches more towards you, and then I can reinforce that. It takes us a little bit, and you can see he's shifting around a little bit, but I'm still reinforcing it, even though he's not doing exactly what I want. And there I got him to turn his head away from me to get the food. And so this is the beginning of us starting to be a little bit more successful on this side. That rocking back that he's doing is, those are his core exercises that we do a lot. So I'm reinforcing those as well because that's something I want him to do. You can see he's wearing a lead rope, but it's actually just looped over his neck. There are some other horses in this field that sometimes will try to instigate some stuff, so I didn't want to work completely at liberty with him today. But if he wanted to walk away and stop engaging in this, he could absolutely do that at any time. I want him to be very positively reinforced to coming up to me when I'm standing up on the mounting block or later a fence. And once I get this activity pretty reliable for him to come up and park where I want him, I will eventually, and you'll see me occasionally use the hand cue of just lifting my hand centered over where I want his back, like right here. You can kind of see it. I just don't have it reliably on cue enough for him to make those connections. And there are people that will use a stationary target or a mat, or they'll teach the horse to target their shoulder to your hip, and those are all great ways. Finnick is just really good about the visual cue of following the target that I have in my hand, which is a dressage whip with a little ball on the end. So here he is getting a lot better, but he still wants to back up and turn around and face the other direction. And I'm not sure exactly why that is, but that's just who he is, and that's okay. And so yeah, here I'm trying to feed him on the off side. There we go. And I actually had to step off the block, and that's fine too. Sometimes your horse might have a little anxiety around the mounting block, especially if you had ridden them before or someone rode them before and they had some negative associations with it. So it might be helpful to really start working on this elsewhere and starting with just using a mat for you to stand on, and then switch to a piece of wood that's an inch off the ground, and start using different objects that are not a mounting block, because some horses might have a really specific association with that piece of equipment that's negative. So try using a bucket or something else, and then you can start to transfer the cues that you have taught them to come and stand next to you on an elevated platform. You can start to transfer those back over to an actual mounting block. So now I've got him where he's taking the food on the side that's further away from me, and he's not on the correct side of the mounting block, but I don't really care about this right now, and he's still giving me some of his core exercises. But now I've kind of got him where I want him, so I'm petting him and scratching him and just reinforcing every couple of seconds. Now that I've gotten the behavior that I want, I'm going to end the session. I hope that this was helpful for you guys. I would love to hear any questions or comments you might have, and I would love it if you would like and subscribe to my videos. You can also follow me on Instagram at Musgrave Equestrian. Thanks for watching.